What's up, guys? Today I'm here to talk about Labubus. And if you're not familiar with Labubus, they are kind of the newest craze on the market for collectors and, just the kind of the new it item that's in hot demand and hard to find and, their website's crashing, that kind of item. And if you're not familiar, it's just this like little monster looking thing. I don't think it's supposed to really be anything other than just like a little monster, and they're supposed to be like kind of like the ugly cute. But I find this thing just really interesting because right now it's hot. It's real hot. Like the website crashes all the time because they release a bunch of different ones. These are like blind box grabs, basically. I think that's like the main thing. I don't know if you can like buy other ones like straight up, but I know for the most part it seems to be like the blind box collectible type of product. And I'm curious if this thing can manage to stick around. I first heard about it in June at a con that I was at. Someone was selling them and I'd never heard of them, and someone told me, yeah, like Rihanna had it. Now they're huge. And so I did some research, and apparently they have been in production since like late 2010s. They started off in China. The creator, or at least the artist who made the design, is a Chinese artist, and so they started kind of being made over there. And Pop Mart did a partnership with them and kind of blew it up. And then beyond China, and then recently with Rihanna and other celebrities getting in on it, they've kind of made their way over here. And I'm just very curious because some of these are going for hundreds of dollars, and is this the new Beanie Baby? People are gonna be buying them up, trying to get all the money they can, thinking they've hit big, and then in a year or so they're gonna be half of what they're valued at now. I'm sure there has to be some sort of drop just because we're in like the initial hype phase, and obviously that's gonna peak at some point. But will they manage to stick around is kind of like the big question. I personally don't see the appeal in it beyond like, any other product that's like that. Especially, when I heard, well, Rihanna wore one, it's like, okay, well, anytime that's the reason people are crazy about something, there's a good chance that that thing doesn't necessarily have the staying power to become like a household name beyond like a couple years. But maybe they don't. I was looking into it. They've already released hundreds of these things. I think a lot of that happened before they even blew up over here, just from overseas. And then I think she's a K-pop singer. She might just be a regular singer. But a girl named Lisa saw wearing one like last year, and that was like kind of the first big sighting of it, I guess, or what created an initial online buzz for it. And then it's just kind of been slowly growing and growing. And now like I said, there's some of them that are going for like hundreds of dollars online, and I don't know it. They're fine for what they are, for sure, but I just have such a feeling that these things are gonna be like, you're not gonna be able to move them at all in a year or so. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe they'll have a Pokemon card little phenomenon happen, and Labubus are here to stay. Who's to say? I honestly don't know, and I don't even know if I know anyone who has one. But let me know what you guys think about these things. Are you at all interested in Labubus? Like, obviously, it's like if you found it cute or whatever, that's like the main purpose of it. I think they have like a clip or something so that like, you can like put them on, or like have it on your person in some form or fashion. So there is a little bit more utility, because they said Rihanna was like wearing one. It wasn't like she was doing a house tour and you saw it on the show. It was like on her. I didn't see the picture, so I'm not sure in like what capacity, but having a wearability factor definitely gives it a little bit of an edge over something like a Beanie Baby, for sure. That's just a shelf taker. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about these Labubu things. Do you see the hype, or do you think it's here to stay? But yeah, thanks for watching.